Today's lesson is on solving proportions, and our big vocabulary term today is cross products. So I have a little do now on the screen, and I'd like you to put this in your notes. Because there's so many equivalent ratios to the given ratios, I'm not going to put a set of answers up here because yours could be different. Don't forget, an equivalent ratio is very similar to an equivalent fraction. Okay. This is a great definition for cross products. Cross products in proportion are equal. If the ratios are not in proportion, the cross products are not equal. So if I look on the left side here, 6/8 equals 9/12. If I multiply across the equal sign, notice the sign in the middle here is not multiplication. This is in fact equal. If I multiply across the equal sign, 8 times 9 and 6 times 12, are they still equal? Yes, this is in proportion. If I go over to this side, 1/6 does not equal 2/7. 2 times 6 does not equal 1 times 7. I highly recommend you pausing, taking a screenshot, and then printing this out, and please glue this into your notes. When you're done, unpause and we'll get back to work. Okay, welcome back. We're going to use cross products to identify if a set of ratios is proportional. So is 6/15 in proportion to 4/10? Write the two down, determine the cross products, and decide if they're in proportion. Yes, 60 does equal 60. What about 5/10 and 2/4? Yep, 20 equals 20. So let's try it for a word problem. A mixture of fuel for a certain small engine should be 4 parts gasoline to 1 part oil. If you combine 5 quarts of oil with 15 quarts of gasoline, will the mixture be correct? So make sure you set up your initial ratio correctly. 4 parts of gasoline to 1 part oil. So is that the same as 5 quarts of oil to 15 quarts of gasoline? So it's a part and a part. Well, is 4 parts of gasoline the same? Let's check that out. What do you think? How about the next one? We've got a mixture for a certain brand of tea should be 3 parts tea to 1 part sugar. If you combine 4 tablespoons of sugar with 12 tablespoons of tea, will the mixture be correct? Pause for a second and answer the question. Okay, let's check. 3 parts of tea to 1 part sugar is in fact the same as 12 tablespoons of tea to 4 tablespoons of sugar. Very well done. In this next section, we're going to be using properties of equality to solve proportions. You've already set up ratios before. A ratio of girls to boys in a soccer league is 5:4. Don't forget that means 5 girls and 4 boys. If there are 52 boys in the league, how many girls are in the league? So we know that girls to boys is 5:4. Now we're going to decide if we set up that proportion and have X represent the number of girls we don't know, how can we determine that value for X? Well, we can determine it by using cross products. 4x equals 5 times 52, and then we're going to divide both sides by 4 to solve for x. And there are 65 girls in the league. So I'm going to have you try the next one. The ratio of cats to dogs at a kennel is 3:2. If there are 48 dogs, how many cats are there? Please pause and then come back and you can check the answer. Okay, let's check the answer. There are 72 cats at the kennel. How about this next one? Banana slug travels 4.5 inches in 120 minutes. At this rate of speed, how long would it take the slug to travel 12 inches? So make sure we're setting up the correct proportion. 4 inches and 120 minutes. I want to make sure my inches are in conjunction with my inches. So 4.5 inches has to somehow be with the other one. And yes, the slug travels 12 inches in 320 minutes or 5 hours, 20 minutes. It's a really slow slug. This last one here, a cable car travels 15 miles in 80 minutes. At this rate of speed, how long would it take the cable car to travel 45 miles? So please write your proportion and solve, and then come back to check. All right, let's check the answer. The cable car will travel 15 miles in 240 minutes or 4 hours. Here's a great business application. Nate has 225 envelopes to prepare for mailing. He takes 30 minutes to prepare 45 envelopes. If he continues at the same rate, how many more minutes until he has completed the job? Now be very careful with the question. It's not asking you how long the whole job will take. It is asking you how many more minutes until he's completed the job. Always define your variable, so here x represents the number of minutes it takes to complete the job. Let's see. It will take 150 minutes to complete the job. Nate's already spent 30 minutes, so 150 minutes minus 30 equals 120 more minutes to finish the job. So the answer isn't 150, although that is the correct answer to the variable part of our proportion. We have to go ahead and answer the question being asked. And okay, so I think we have one more of these. Let's check. Yes. Nemo has 160 muffins for the bake sale. He takes 21 minutes to make 24 muffins. If he continues at the same rate, how many more minutes until he has completed the job? And we have M as our variable representing the number of minutes it takes to complete the job. Pause for a moment and then come back and check your answer. All right, let's see what you have. It will take 140 minutes to complete the job. He already spent 21 minutes. So 119 more minutes to finish the job. Again, don't just think about solving proportions. Make sure that you're using the information effectively. So finally, in your notes, please answer these 5 questions. You can choose to copy the page, print it out, and tape it into your notebook, or you can rewrite the questions and solve them in your notes. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks.